went on at the start of the game. This is the season of protest, and we did it right. Let's never go back. Let's never go back. Let's not ever let this be the same as it's been. Let's never go back. Keep doing the part that we're doing. That's right. Fine job today. You guys all stepped up beautifully today. Next week, we don't know what it holds, but it was a great job today. Let's make sure. Never go back. Never go back. Go ahead.
Hey, man, great job, man. We got a lot to do. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Let's go. Hey, Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3, Hawks!
And it's an exciting beginning at that as we welcome you to Seahawks Saturday night alongside former Seahawks linebacker Dave Wyman. I'm Aaron Levine. Dave, a matchup under the lights against the New England Patriots tomorrow. Even without fans, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. And it's too bad all the Patriot haters can't show up. But Aaron and I will be there, and we hope to be joined by U12 soon. Maybe by the end of the season, we'll be able to get some fans back in there. But what an exciting team to watch this year. The
Seahawks 19-3 in primetime home games under head coach Pete Carroll. An impressive start last week. And how about that debut for Jamal Adams? 12 tackles and a sack. How will opposing teams have to adjust to his presence this year?
Well, he's an extra meeting guy. Whether you have to dedicate resources, meeting time, block him with a couple of people, he's somebody you have to pay attention to. But you know what? In this defense, look at Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, Quandre Diggs played really well. There's a lot of promise from Marquise Blair and Quandre Diggs, so you can't dedicate too much to him. So the thing that played out was he did exactly in that game what I saw him do every day at practice. So it makes me think that it's repeatable, that he can, that's just how he plays.
Well, we'll see a new look Patriots offense now with Cam Newton. Is Cam Newton the Patriot any different than the Cam Newton we saw so many times with the Carolina Panthers?
Well, we hope not, because the Seahawks have had pretty good success against him. We talked to Bruce Irvin this week, and he said in 7 games against Cam Newton, he sacked him 9 times. He said, I like my chances. But he's a different type of player now. First of all, he's huge, and you've been down, Aaron, on the field. You see him in his uniform. He looks 6'7", 280 pounds, but he's a really good read option quarterback now. I think he's gotten better, kind of like Lamar Jackson, where you can't tell if he's going to hand it to the running back or keep it for himself. He's also gotten better at getting down and not taking hits, but he's a big, durable, tough guy, but I don't think he can beat you with his arm necessarily. So they're going to really need to be on it defensively as far as stopping the run.
I'll definitely ask Coach Carroll about Cam Newton coming up. But first, Russell Wilson named NFC Offensive Player of the Week, almost perfect in the win over the Falcons. What made him so effective?
He just gets better and better every year, and I say it's his hard work. But you see the go ball he throws to DK Metcalf. I also saw that happen at practice almost every day. So he was always been a good, accurate deep ball thrower, but he's just incredible. And I thought there was a little bit more speed on his fastball there, that throw to Greg Olsen, and you know he proves that he can still run. But his accuracy, that's one of the most impressive statistics to me. You know, being 88%, he broke a franchise record. I just think that comes from the dedication that he puts in the offseason.
You mentioned the franchise record, 88.6. He completed passes to 9 different players, including 3 of them to David Moore, the 25-year-old. He's going into his 4th season with the Seahawks. You see his stats there. He also had a nice day on special teams, especially with a punt return deep in their own territory, not allowing the ball to drop, which could have pinned the Seahawks close to their own end zone. And we're now joined by Seahawks receiver David Moore. This offense put up 38 points last week. What kind of statement was that right off the bat?
Man, just to let everybody know that we was here, that we was coming to play. Due to all the COVID and everything, no matter what, still a grind. You had to go out there and get a big dub.
This offseason, the team went out and got Phillip Dorsett. They drafted Freddie Swain. Josh Gordon might come back also soon, depending on the league. Are you kind of like, hey, don't forget about me, guys. I'm still here. I could do some really good things out there?
Oh, heck no. No, they make sure. Well, I know for a fact that we just pounding in the room, man, just trying to make it as elite as possible. So we already have something in there, me, Tyler, DK, and then adding Josh and Freddie and Phil. That's just more speed. So that's just tough for the defense, I feel like.
One of the last times we saw you in prime time, you were leading a new edition dance after a touchdown catch. Are we going to see an encore this season?
Yeah, we're already cooking up some stuff, man. There's some stuff in the works, so we'll see how that goes.
By the way, which member of New Edition were you in that dance exactly?
I'll take Bobby.
Oh, we love it. We love watching all those dances out there, and hopefully you have a reason to do so again this upcoming week. What are your thoughts on the matchup against the Patriots specifically?
just another game, man, and it's another great team. They always winning. They always got they got good coaches and stuff like that. So it'll be a good game. We got to fight to the finish as always. Just take it one game at a time and go out there with a positive mindset, clear mind, and we'll be great.
Finally, for the record, the messiest locker in the Seahawks locker room belongs to who?
Tyler Lockett. I'm not even, I can't even play around the bush with it.
I just wanted to make sure people are out there heard. So, David Moore.
Yeah. They know.
Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck this Sunday.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Up next, Pete Carroll earned a win and then celebrated a birthday this week. Tonight, he joins us on the eve of a primetime showdown and rematch of Super Bowl 49. It's coming up on Seahawks Saturday night. A reminder, we will have pregame coverage live from CenturyLink Field tomorrow starting at 4:30 on Q13 FOX. And then after the network coverage of the game ends, turn it on over to Joe TV. That's where we'll have Seahawks Game Day with reaction from Coach Carroll and the players. It's all here on your official Seahawks station. Coach, you haven't played the New England Patriots too often, but when you have, they've been some pretty epic battles. What are your expectations for Sunday night?
Well, I'm hoping it's at least that. We're counting on a really good team coming in here, counting on obviously a really well-coached organization in every way, and they don't give much away. So you got to go get it, man. So this is a really good, challenging game. It's a great time for us to play Cam Newton. And all the work we have to do on the running quarterback will help us throughout the rest of the season. And it's a championship matchup, you know. And we talk about it every week. Well, this is exactly what we're talking about.
You mentioned Cam Newton. You've probably seen just about everything Cam Newton can do as a Carolina Panther. So how does it change things now that he's a Patriot in a different system?
Well, they're adopting quite a few of the things that he did there. And because the coaches there had some good ideas, you know, and they did some good stuff. We have seen him for a lot of years and over all of his growth. And so that helps us some. But we don't know what they're picking and choosing on. We don't know what the players are going to be, and you know they're going to try to fool us and keep us off balance too. But they did show that a real inclination to feature the running that Cam brings, and he's a fantastic competitor, and he's really difficult to deal with.
We saw Marquise Blair 70% of defensive snaps last week. How much does he change the defensive approach from last season, and what did you see from him?
Well, because we're playing nickel more and not playing quite as much bases, you know, against their nickel looks, you know, that changes us some. It makes us more typical like we've been in the past. He's a really good football player, and he's really surprised us what kind of coverage guy he is. He really is sticky in his coverage, so hopefully he'll continue to help us. We think he's one of the better guys we've had at that spot, and he's just brand new at it. But boy, he's really picked it up. He loves it, and he loves the opportunity to play the different coverages and different concepts, and he loves coming off the edge too. So, and you could see like the play that showed up so well in the kicking game when he made his hit. He's a real hitter, and he's looking for his opportunities.
On the postgame show last week, we were marveling about Russell Wilson and Jamal Adams and all the new weapons on offense and defense. It took us about 45 minutes just to say Tyler Lockett's name for the first time, and he had the most catches. Do you think we as announcers and fans just kind of take it for granted how talented and reliable Tyler Lockett is?
I don't know why you would, but maybe that's what you're inclined to do. I don't know. He's an incredible football player. He's as savvy and as well versed and as grooved with Russell as you could be, and he's an example for all of our guys in how to move, how to find openings, how to make space, how to work in scramble modes and all of that. He's phenomenal, and the great part about it is those guys really see everything the same, and so that's why you see them come through and continue to make plays that other guys might not see or might not even realize is available. So it's really fun to watch. So I hope our fans, appreciate the heck out of him. He's a great player, and we're lucky to have him.
Russell should have probably had a completion percentage over 90%. He set a franchise record anyway. What is a realistic number for him this season? He's never reached that 70% mark, but he's come close.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years because I keep kind of gouging him with it, that he's going to complete 70% of his passes one of these seasons, and You know, we'll see what happens, but that was a great start, and everybody worked together really well, and we're really happy to see us come out of the camp that way when everybody was questioning how you could function, you know, with no preseason games. It looked pretty good to me, you know, and it really wasn't any different than what I thought it should be, just because we've been through it before, you know. But I was obviously really pleased that our guys were clean and Russ was sharp, and once we got rolling, he fit real well with the protections and took advantage of his opportunities to move and all those good things. So hopefully we'll be able to do it again. This is a very difficult defense to deal with.
Finally, no fans this weekend. At Stanford during finals week, we had something called Primal Scream, where everyone at midnight stopped studying, opened their windows, screamed at the top of their lungs. Are you hoping for that after every touchdown?
Yeah, I am. Matter of fact, I am. You know, maybe it's the Seahawks scream or something like that. You know, go out there and count to 10, and everybody yells out their windows or something. I think it would be great. You know, we can get Rabes to maybe orchestrate that or somehow. I think it'd be worth it. I hope our fans can really enjoy the heck out of it and find a way to do it with their people and still stay safe and, you know, and stay, you know, step apart and all of that. Let's stay healthy for as long as we can while we're enjoying the start of this season, and maybe things turn down the road here. But I surely want them to enjoy it. I would love to see it, you know, and whatever they do, document it and send it in. Whatever you do on touchdowns or whatever you do when you celebrate, let us know so we can share it with everybody else, please.
Our viewer question this week comes from @OpenMikey. What percentage of being a head coach would you say is information, instruction, and X's and O's? And what percentage is finding ways to motivate players to be their best?
Shoot, I don't know. I don't have a good, I don't know that number. But to me, the motivational part of it is never ending. You know, I mean, you're on the whole time, and the inspirational part of it, you know, and the teaching part of it is never ending. You know, if you're not competing, you know, it's the way I look at it. And so there's always an opportunity to help somebody or to listen to somebody so that you could learn more, so that you could help them more effectively. That's always available. And it calls on me to be really on point and be on it. You know, I always kid these guys or ride these guys about you either competing or you're not. Well, if you're not listening, if you're not watching, you're not competing, you know? And so that's the constant part of it. All of the technical stuff that we have to do, you know, we can only do so much, and that we pretty much have figured out how to practice our stuff. But the inspirational stuff and the real the deep teaching and learning and motivating is you know, it's a real creative part of our business, and you got to really work at it, I think. And mostly it's constant. That's if you stay consistent with it and you don't back off, you'll be there for the guys when they need you.
Everyone will be motivated for tomorrow night. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Let's get fired up. Let's go. Come on.
And if you're not already fired up, wait till you see a day in the life of Coach Carroll. When I say you'll be motivated to hit the gym or run a flight of stairs, I'm not kidding. That's next. Pete Carroll's 11th season in Seattle began with a win in Atlanta. His coaching career began in 1973 as a grad assistant at Pacific, and 47 years later, he is still attacking every single day. If you want any insight on how he stays young, just take a look at one of the first days of training camp last month.
Morning, Coach. What's up? That's the big moment right here. I got you, man. First rainy day camp. Not that much rain, but it's still great today. Great day. What's going on? How are you keeping this camp? Yeah, geez. doing, man? You're still following. Is everybody here, Matty? Yeah, we got it. Okay. Hey, again, fellas, the morning account is 100% again. You guys doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job of taking care of business. And really, this just continues to extend the start of this thing and starting it well. We need to up our awareness. We need to up our conversation and be in the dialogue with what our players are doing when they're not here. We know that we're doing right here. We know that we're doing a good job and everything's clean. We're doing fine. This is not going to be the hard place to control. The hard place to control is when they're away from you. Let's go. Hit it like you live, hard and fast. Go. On the same page, and we're all helping each other with our mentality and our conscience. Where are you guys going? You know, how much are you getting out and about? How safe are you being? Are you aware of people coming in your circle and in your bubble? And just kind of get the conversation going, because it's going to be that the decisions that they make away from here that's going to make a difference. Opportunity here tonight, and I'm excited for us to get a chance to keep going on some good stuff, and also just keep growing as a team. We show highlights like almost every day, and there's a real reason behind it. One is fun. The fun part's always there, but the reason I find myself always going to highlights is I'm trying to show you guys why you guys should be confident. I'm trying to show you guys why you should believe in yourself, and why you should trust yourself, why you should believe in your teammates, and why you should trust your teammates. So as we go through these highlights, there's a reason behind it, and so I want you to see the matchups that you're up against and how you can win. I want you to see the matchups you're up against and you need to get better at. But I'm really pushing to show you what your capabilities are, what we believe about you as a player, so that you can feel our support and our confidence in you, to build your confidence. Because when it comes down to performing, one of the key, most crucial elements when it gets down to it is your ability to focus. Are you in the moment? Are you ready for the opportunities? Are you there for that instant when you have to, you're called on to make the play that's presented to you? Well, anyway, so that is what's behind highlights. Timmy Winship, man, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Good night. See you.
And you can see a lot more of content like that on Seahawks.com. Up next, what will be the key for Coach Carroll and the Hawks to get another win tomorrow night? We'll ask Dave Wyman next.
It's not just me. It's got so many great players, and we can do it in so many different ways. And to be explosive offense and running the ball, throwing it deep, throwing it mid-range, throwing it short, doing all the different things. We want to be versatile, and we can definitely do all those things. Russell Wilson threw 35 passes last week against the Falcons. Do you expect him to throw that many tomorrow?
I don't. I think, number one, they want to get the run game going. That's what this offense is about. But also, it would be a lot more difficult. New England is really good in their defensive backfield. Stephon Gilmore was Player of the Year in the NFL last year as a cornerback. They got 3 interceptions last week. But it's good to know that if the run game doesn't work, that they can throw it 35 times a game and be effective so far, anyway. But I still think Pete Carroll, that guy that we went through the day with, he wants to pound the rock, as he says.
Hey, Russell Wilson says everybody's talking about him against Cam Newton. How about Carroll against Bill Belichick, the two oldest coaches in the NFL. A reminder, we will have coverage pregame starting at 4:30 tomorrow on Q13 FOX, live from CenturyLink Field, and then after the game is over, switch it to Joe TV for Seahawks Game Day with reaction from Coach Carroll and the players. It's all right here on your official Seahawks station. For Dave Wyman and Pete Carroll, I'm Aaron Levine. We'll see you from the stadium tomorrow afternoon.